Hi Taurus, this is your forecast for the month of September 2017. If you have visited me before, I want to thank you for coming back, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. This is a general reading for Taurus Sun, Taurus Rising, or Taurus Moon. It might also be helpful for you to watch your rising and moon sign. You can join me on Facebook and Instagram for daily insights on tarot and astrology, as well as my pay-per-view channel, vimeo.com/The Alchemist Astrologer, where you can look for the on-demand pages that focus on love, finance, and other readings. Now, the third week, you have a major card, so this is an important week for you. Some of you will be dealing with important women in your life. This could be, likely a single friend, or this could be your daughter or a sister. This could be somebody that's very devoted to something, and so maybe somebody's very devoted to their work or their responsibilities or their obligations. Some of you may be coming in contact with people who work with emotional or psychological issues, and either you are resistant to dealing with something emotional or psychological, or you're working to get through that. There could be issues of past conditioning, belief systems, things that are connected to the past that you are working through. So this is a week where you could very well get some enlightenment. You could gain some type of psychological insight or get some advice or some guidance, either by listening to your intuition and going within for answers, or finding someone who can give you some solid advice, who knows what's going on behind the scenes. They know the depth of a situation. They know things that you don't necessarily know. Because this is a week where there is some type of hidden element or secretive situation. There's a mystery to something because something is going on behind the scenes. So you may be getting, again, some help or some advice in order to solve a situation. Now, some of you, maybe you're dealing with surgery or you feel overloaded because you're not feeling up to par. Maybe you're dealing with some kind of feminine issue or digestive issue. It could be some sexuality issues, and maybe, you feel like that's, sexuality or intimacy is a burden to you. So this could be a week where, again, somebody's dealing with secrets or something going on behind the scenes. Maybe you're working to research a situation. This is also going to be a highly emotional week where you're going to have to really work to keep things in check. And remember, last week you could have been looking at something and blowing it out of proportion, being too intense, in which case, maybe you're continuing in this manner, and this is a week where you're just overly emotional, and it's becoming something that's self-destructive for you. Now, for some of you, there's somebody working behind the scenes that's working against you. Maybe they're manipulative, or maybe you're dealing with, somebody who's emotionally troubled. Others of you, maybe you're dealing with issues of sexuality where somebody is being promiscuous in some way. But by tapping into your intuition, this is a week for you to find answers. And it's going to depend on how well you're able to keep those moods in check and stick with just the facts. Some of you may feel burdened because you're going out of your way to protect somebody that means a great deal to you. And in that process, you're creating some friction, or there's some challenges because you're doing that. Some of you, there's going to be some opportunity this week that appears to be golden in some way, whether it's financial or otherwise. And this opportunity will require that you use some kind of foresight because, again, everything's not clear. You're going to have to go within to see if this opportunity is really worth it or it's just costing you more than what it's worth. For some of you, because you're not dealing with the truth, you're, very quick to put a spin on something. You're going to try to change a situation because that better suits you. And maybe the goal is to outwit somebody, to overcome a challenge, to beat out the competitor, or to create some confusion around you. But you may very well also become overburdened because you end up in that process stirring the pot and creating more drama than you were ready to deal with. So this is going to be a week where there are situations that will need to be reevaluated. You know, how you feel about something. Do you still believe what you did before? Are your goals still valid? Are you listening to that intuition to get to the truth of a situation, or are you being resistant to something? Because the easier you tap into that inner voice, the more clearly you're going to see a situation, and that's going to allow you to move forward much more quickly and effectively.